Well, welcome back. This is Stocks to Watch, and today we have American Tungsten's CEO Ali Haji joining as our stocks up over 50% in 2026 on the CSE under TUNG and the OTCQB under TUNGF during this precious metal renaissance. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
My pleasure, Carl. Always great to speak with you.
Such a pleasure to get you back on here. So, your 2026 drill program appears to be progressing well. How many holes and total feet have been completed to date, and what percentage of the planned program does that represent?
We've done about 2,120 feet as of reporting Tuesday of this week. We've done 5 holes. The intent is to do about 18,000 feet in total across the program. So we're just shy of about 20% of our entire program. The intent for us is to complete our drilling at the D level and then move one of our rigs over to another drilling station at the D level and commence drilling at the 0 level as well. So we expect to be done our 18,000 feet. I know it sounds aggressive, but before the end of February. With 2 rigs turning and a 24/7 double shift happening on site, 30 people working diligently to make sure that work is done.
Now, you've reported continued intersections of quartz veins and Hoopnarite mineralization. Can you kind of explain what this type of mineralization indicates about the system and why it's significant for tungsten potential at the project?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Of course. So if our viewers recall, we have a moly porphyry system that has silver and tungsten-rich veins running through it. So the Hoopnarite contains that tungsten. The silver comes alongside that with some of the scheelite and quartz that we have along those veins. The fact that we were able to hit those veins, I think, is an extremely impressive feat, given we're operating from underground with very old historical data. So kudos to VP of Exploration, Austin Zinser, and his team for identifying that drilling program and hitting those veins as well as he did first time around. I think the size of the intercepts or the lengths of the intercepts are also very exciting, given we're not chasing veins that are about a foot or two wide. Typically, in mining methods, when you're underground and you have a vein system, a cut and fill operation tends to have less waste. And given we've struck those veins, a very exciting prospect ahead.
Yeah, and I guess what everybody wants to know is when do you expect to receive those assay results from the current drilling, and how will those results kind of influence targeting in the next phase of drilling?
Great question. We have the advantage of being able to drill in the winter because we're drilling on underground private patented land. And so we're one of few companies that are drilling in Idaho today, which means the labs are not as busy as they should be in the height of summer. So that's to our advantage. We've been told that the assay results will take anywhere between 8 to 10 weeks for us to receive them. The first core samples were submitted at the tail end of December. Some additional batches were sent out a few weeks ago as well. So the intent is that we have them in February at the very latest, I would say.
Now, with the additional 3,850 feet planned across 9 holes, what is the expected timeline to complete the remaining drilling? And are there opportunities to accelerate the program?
Yes, and I think I touched on that with my earlier response. The fact that we're working 24/7 on site with 30 people, 2 rigs turning at this time. The intent is, we're doing things on track, on schedule. So I don't suspect we need to accelerate any further. We will complete the entire program before the end of February.
Yeah, and I guess the real focus here is your objective is to become the first tungsten producer in the United States. How do the results and progress from the drill program position you toward achieving that goal?
I don't want to sound overly optimistic, but you can tell from the smile on my face, I probably am. The intercepts that we've seen show mineralization that's indicative of a high-grade vein system. And again, given this is private patented land with 15 miles of underground working, sound infrastructure, given the rehab work we've already concluded, the flow sheet testing and met testing that we've commenced with WSP as well as other offtake partners, the results are starting to flow in based on samples that have been submitted to them. So we're getting a sense of how to process this. We have the infrastructure to support the mining, and now it's a case of let's put together the necessary infrastructure at the valley floor for us to actually process. So the intent and the target is very much on track, and we're extremely excited about 2026.
So finally, for investors, why does the IMA mine stand out as a compelling asset, and why should American Tungsten, shares be considered as an attractive investment for one's portfolio today?
Tungsten continues to rise. It's up at about 1,100 in Rotterdam, 970 in China, and we don't see that slowing down anytime soon. We've heard from some of our off-takers or potential off-takers that even the scrap market is extremely difficult to obtain tungsten from. The advantage that IMA has relative to our peers is we have I hate saying it again, but a private patented piece of land that doesn't require as many permits as a BLM land package or a forestry land package. The infrastructure is in place. Our grade is amongst the highest in the world. At 0.63, we are the second highest in North America. On average, globally, you're looking at about 0.22. We've also got 2 ounce per ton silver and 0.15% moly. That equates to about $180 in credits per ton mined, essentially, potentially covering our OPEX in its entirety. So pay attention to American Tungsten. We're just getting started.
Yeah, it's a truly incredible time to be watching, as we'll leave all the links for those that want to explore further in the description. Consider subscribing for news catalysts as it comes down the wire like this. Of course, we'll bring it to you here, and we'd love to hear from you in that comment section below. But as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.